Tammy here. How's everyone doing? Well, I am sitting here by myself. Nick's at work. The dogs are eating their dinner, so if you hear noise, they're over here eating. The camera's a little high. Can I turn y'all down just a little bit? I'm using my little mini tripod here. Maybe that. Are you crooked? Y'all don't look at. I have all my grandkids' toys over here. And it's the end of the day, so my hair is falling, but this is, y'all see my last video? Y'all see my hair? How I cut my hair? It looks better when it's done, but this is the end of the day, so let's push it back. Oh, like I said, Nick's at work, and it's just me and the dogs, and I'm sitting here eating dinner. Y'all, I'm eating like a homemade hamburger helper. So, I thought we'd just chit-chat a little bit while I sit here and I eat my dinner. There's a couple little stories, or at least a story I wanted to tell y'all, and then if there's time, we'll talk to y'all about something that was in the news. So we don't ever just sit and chit-chat, do we? Thor's ears are bothering him. So if you hear him whine, that's what it is. I've put medicine in him. He doesn't like me to bother him, but I have to bother him to put medicine in him. So let me get a bite of my dinner here. I had hamburger patties, and then I had mac and cheese. And I decided I didn't want a hamburger, so I decided to mix them together with a few other things and just make a homemade hamburger helper. I mean, nostalgia. Who didn't like hamburger helper? When I first got out on my own, when my oldest, when Derek was first born, honey, we ate hamburger helper all the time. All the time. At least once a week. And it's still something I like. What is something that you had a lot, either when you were younger, well, I mean, obviously when you were younger, either when you were a kid growing up, and it was something y'all ate all the time, and mostly because it was affordable, or something you made for you or your family when your kids were little, because it was cheap and affordable, and it's, you know, could feed everybody, that you still like. Mine is hamburger helper. And I still like packaged ramen noodle. I know they're bad for you, but I still like them. I still keep a few in the cabinet. I'm so thirsty, y'all. I don't like the cup soups. I like the ramen noodle, the big plastic pouch. Love those. Okay. My allergies are bothering me, so I'm breathing a little heavy, so y'all forgive me. It is Thursday when I'm filming this. I'll try to get this up Friday or Saturday. We're just gonna do a little chit chat, but it's been, I mean, a non-eventful week. There's not been anything huge going on. My oldest started a new job, so that's exciting. Nick is, I told y'all, allergies. Nick is in his senior year. We have to work more on his driving. We have to. I've not been in. I'm just not the person to teach him to drive. So any of y'all in the area that have more patience than me, that want to take him driving, y'all please call me. We're going to a balloon festival tomorrow, or we're supposed to, provided the weather's good. We've actually had some rain. I'll enter in a little 10-second rain video, y'all. Stopped, went out one night. It clouded up today like it was going to rain, but it hasn't yet. It rained the last time Nick worked. And They make them stand outside even if it's still raining. I am thirsty. Y'all hang on half a second. Okay. Sorry, I don't have more of a gourmet meal for y'all or nothing, but like I said, it's just me. We're using up what is here in our house, y'all. What is in the freezer, what is in the fridge, what is in the pantry. Using it up, not spending, I mean, y'all, groceries, that's what I've been telling y'all. And I think I may do a video where we look at the ads and see what we may go pick up. I don't need a lot of groceries this week. I need to meal plan, and I need to see what is on sale that is a really great price that I need to go get. So we might do that in another video. But let me tell you, okay. So I came across something. It was on one of these my community Facebook groups. Okay? And it said, what did it say? It said, I need help. Please help me. I don't know what to do. Okay. So it was a mom, and she said, earlier today at 9:30 this morning, my husband and my kids went out for a bike ride. 9:30 this morning, okay? She was making this post at 8:30 at night, okay? So almost 12 hours later, right? So at 9:30 this morning, my husband and my kids, don't know how many kids, went out for a bike ride. Now, the area I live in, we have a lot of trails, okay? There's like several trails, and they go through the whole length of the city, right? There's even a little app for the trails, so you always know where you are. And like trails, they're like bike trails and walking trails. They're, you know, concrete, and they, you know, curve. So she said they were on this specific trail at this location. She gave the street the location. She's already told us it was 9:30 this morning. And she said that her youngest is 3.5. And I guess he was at the end of the group of them riding. And so the husband had pulled up and was watching him and was waiting for him to catch up. Now, the way the trail bent, you know, the husband was in the bend of the trail, and he wasn't visible from where the son was. The son, the 3.5-year-old, you could see him visibly from the street going near this trail. But you couldn't see the husband because he was the way the trail bent. You couldn't see him, but he was watching the youngest one and waiting for him to catch up. She didn't talk about the other kids. She said, so the husband's watching, and the 3.5-year-old is, you know, he's visible from the street. And at this particular time, there is a van coming down the road, and as it gets closer to the little boy, it slows down and pulls up and comes to a stop. When it came to a stop, a man got out and started approaching her son on his bike. Her husband had already been seeing this the whole time and bolts over to the son and snatches him up. And when he did, the man turned around and ran off, got back in the van, and they drove off. I mean, how freaking scary is that? So she starts out with, no, let me take this back. She has, that's like the first part, right? And then people are coming up there going, you need to call the police. Did you call the police? And she's like, I don't feel like I have enough information to call the police. Yet, in her story, she tells you the time, the location. She tells you the make, model, and color of the van. And she tells you that what the man looked like. The color of his skin, about age range, color of his hair, kind of clothes he was wearing. Forgive me, my nose is running. She has an enormous amount of information. She says, I don't have the license plate number of the van, so I don't feel like that's enough information for the police. Are you kidding me? I'm sorry. I mean, seriously. So everybody is telling her. Now, she has waited almost 12 hours. Almost 12 hours. She's just now going online to social media asking people, what do you think I should do? And everybody is telling her, you need to call that in. You need to make a report. And she's like, well, at first I thought, you know, he's seen a 3-year-old riding a bike near a street. Maybe he thought he was by himself. He was coming to check. But why would he run off whenever my husband came over there to get him? And everybody's like, because he was trying to snatch your kid. Call it into the police. So this was, like I said, she started the post at 8:30. I don't know how long the communication went. But I found it the next day at about 7:30 in the morning. So she pops back on and she says, update, I'm getting ready to go over there. I'm going to drive over there and I'm going to get out and I'm going to walk the area and look at the houses in that area and see if anyone has any cameras outside. And then I'm going to knock and see if they can see if they have any footage for, 9:30 yesterday morning in that van. My dog is pushing my table, sorry. And we're all like, no, just call it in. And so I can't imagine. Why are you not calling it in? Because in her mind, she still feels like she doesn't have the license plate number. So she's posting this and she's like, so any of y'all, if anybody in that area, on this street, at this location, has a camera, can you look and see if you have any footage, if you caught anything, and let me know, and I'm going to go over there and see. And everybody is still going, ma'am, Miss Ma'am, please call the police and make a report. So then she comes back a little bit later, and her next update is, okay, well, I did as y'all suggested. I did go ahead. I drove over there. I couldn't really tell if anybody had cameras, but I did go ahead and I called it into the police. So I need you, all of you that live over here in this area or around this particular trail, I need y'all to look at your cameras at 9:30 Saturday morning and see if you caught this van. And if you get the license plate, and if you can send me the information, if you can send me still shots, if you can send me the video, if you can send me, and let me know. I mean, really? I mean, okay, Columbo. When did you become detective? I mean, she should have said, okay, I called it in to, this police department. Here is their phone number. If you all could please check and see on your, any cameras that you have outside, if y'all see anything, please call this number and let them know. So in the midst of all this, I like to read the comments, right? Love to read the comments. The comments under stories and under posts like this are always the best. So, one man posted before her little final update there. Never heard anything else from her. He posted, he goes, ma'am, please stop the detective work and get on the phone and call this in right now. He goes, 40 years ago, I was walking to school with my younger brother and younger sister. We walked to school by ourselves every day. And on this particular day, a van pulled up next to us. A man jumped out. He had a needle in his hand, and he was grabbing my little sister and trying to inject something in her and take her. He goes, my little brother and I grabbed a hold of her and yanked her so hard until we finally got her away before he was able to stab her with that needle. He goes, we didn't say a word. We just ran as fast as we could until we got to school. We didn't say anything to each other. We just looked at each other and we all went to our class. He goes, I was a little kid. He goes, I was terrified. He goes, I was so terrified, I was afraid to say something. He goes, so I don't know if my brothers and sisters said anything. I don't think they did. But I sat there for most of the day, terrified. And as the day started going on, I started realizing I have to walk home. Now I'm scared to walk home. What if this van is waiting for us? Because they know we have to walk back the same way. I'm scared to walk home. I don't want to walk home now. So I decide I need to tell my teacher. So I told my teacher. She takes me to the office, calls my siblings into the office, call the police department, we make a report. He goes, we were able to give them a description of the man and a description of the van and the location and about what time it was that all this happened. He goes, do you know that 2 hours after they tried to take my sister, that this man actually did kidnap another little girl? He goes, because we said something and we gave them a description of him and his van, they were able to catch him and save this little girl. He goes, do you know that still to this day, even telling this story, how much guilt I have by not going in and immediately telling somebody what happened? That had I said something the moment we got to school, maybe this little girl would have never ever gotten kidnapped in the first place. That alone is traumatic. He goes, but at least we did say something, so they were able to catch him and save her life. He goes, every moment you wait, this man could have stopped and actually been able to steal another little kid. Please stop and just call it in and let the police do their job. I mean, after this story, I wanted to call the police and tell them everything. You know, I mean, I wasn't even the one in the situation. I mean, seriously? I mean, how motivating and moving is that? Crazy, right? Oh my goodness. So yeah, so just crazy. Have a wonderful day. I will be back with a couple more videos, but I just really wanted to sit chit chat with you guys tonight. So I will see you in the next video. Bye y'all.